This is an ABC News special report.
Good afternoon from ABC News headquarters here in New York, and we come on the air at this hour after reports that the U.S. Capitol has been put on a security lockdown. You're looking at live pictures right now of Constitution Avenue, and here's what we know so far. Sources telling ABC News that there are initial reports someone tried to ram the gate at the White House and then fled to Capitol Hill, where there were then shots fired. It is unclear who fired those shots, but as you can see, there is a significant police presence at this hour, and a number of emails have gone out alerting folks on Capitol Hill and at the Supreme Court to stay inside. And I want to bring in our senior Washington correspondent, Jeff Zeleny, who reports on Capitol Hill for us. And Jeff, you've talked with your sources. What are they telling you?
Well, David, we've talked to three senators who witnessed these shootings. They were standing outside the U.S. Capitol building around the Dirksen Senate Office building. To give you some perspective, just about a block across the street from the U.S. Capitol, Senator Bob Casey of Pennsylvania very calmly told us a few moments ago he heard at least 3 shots fired. Senator Sherrod Brown was also walking there. He said he heard more. Police officers told these senators to get down under vehicles nearby, and they eventually made their way back into the U.S. Capitol, which, David, it is on lockdown. We are on the Senate side of the Capitol. A lot of police activity outside, and senior Senate aides are telling ABC News that one Capitol police officer was shot, not confirmed, but this senior Senate aide is telling us that, David. So a very active scene here at the moment.
Again, reiterate that point where we believe that one person has been shot, Jeff?
A senior Senate aide told me a short time ago that they believe one Capitol police officer was injured, was shot in this police activity. We do not know the severity of that, but that's what a Senate aide, a very high-level source here, told me just a few moments ago, David.
We believe that we have the sound of that now, giving details of this possible officer shot. The report's coming in late this afternoon as we're on the air. Let's take a listen.
I'm sorry, Senator, you said you heard shots?
We thought we heard shots. We saw a lot of police cars, then we heard shots, and then the police told us to go back. We were simply walking back to our office.
I'd say we heard pops that sounded like shots.
Yeah.
How many did you
We
hear?
heard pops. We didn't know. We heard pops, 3, 4, 5 pops probably. That I don't know if they were shots or not. And then the police told us to come. We were just walking. The police told us to come back.
What side of the building were you walking on?
We were not yet. We were in the grassy area out this way, that walkway where people park. Okay. And then they told us to get behind, told us come back and get behind a car, and then take it from there.
How close to the base now? You were just outside the Capitol. I'm sorry, were you on the other side of Constitution?
No, we're just in the grass right now, walking
great.
towards.
Sounded like it was right outside of Dirksen.
But we don't know yet.
Right. No, that's fine.
You see where they were coming from, a car or anything?
No. Just a taste of the chaos at the Capitol at this hour. That was Senator Sherrod Brown there describing the shots fired. A number of witnesses hearing those shots fired outside the Capitol. It's believed that this might have started at the gate in front of the White House, someone trying to ram that gate and then driving on to Capitol Hill. Again, you're watching ABC News Live coverage. That shot is of Constitution Avenue, where there is a significant police presence at this hour. We are learning from our sources right now that there could be a suspect reported dead on the scene. That is just coming into us. I want to turn to Jon Karl, who's at his post at the White House. And John, before we came on the air, you were telling me of some activity at the gate that's in question.
Yeah, and let me explain, David, where this happened according to these reports. This is not really a gate to the White House. It is a vehicle barricade on 15th and Pennsylvania Avenue, 15th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. It's right in front of the Treasury building, which, as you know, sits right next to the White House. And as we understand, the vehicle ran into this barricade, and then there was a pursuit, we are told. Unclear exactly how long that pursuit was. We're told it was a short pursuit, and that vehicle is the one that ended up there on the Capitol, on the Senate side, there on Constitution Avenue, where you see all that activity and where those shots were fired.